first, or the last of which I just mentioned, we'll talk about now. So, Flowers by Miley Cyrus is at least one of her like more recent releases, definitely like first release of the year. I'm not sure exactly what. Yeah, I definitely have not like listened to Miley Cyrus in a minute or a lot, but I was pleasant. Yeah, I think Plastic Hearts was her. No, it was. Yeah, because that was another one, was a live tour. So Plastic Hearts was her last thing. And so we have Flowers here. Decent job with that on that end because, Miley Cyrus's production has been kind of all over the place. She's, at this point, it's kind of weird to say, but like she's a seasoned pop star now.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, us oldens over here remember the Hannah Montana days, but this is, I mean, like, it's decent, non-offensive pop, and so I was kind of fine with it. But yeah, nothing like super crazy to say about it.
Yeah, it's decent. It's not bad.
Moving on, we have Bunny is a Writer by Caroline Polachek, which is... Oh, no. Actually, no. I was thinking about the other one. But Caroline Polachek is starting to like rise up a lot, being a really interesting pop artist. I would relate her a lot to... she did appear on Charlie XCX's last record, Crash. So, similar in that vein. In fact, the in post, I'll put the album cover to the side of us. That's the direction, and you'll see it kind of evokes Crash because it has like a car mirror and stuff like that. But this song was off of a Blood and Butter sort of like EP. I think she's going to be releasing a little bit more later. But even though Blood and Butter is the title track and the first track, I think Bunny is a Writer is the most popular song, and also the song that a lot of people are listening to, and also like the really, really good sounding song.
It reminds me a bit of Charlie XCX, honestly, with how the production is and whatnot, but I like it. I really like that bass line a lot. I like the production. I always like that style of pop, like the
you're kind of coined as we've coined as darker pop lately because of how things have been, like Billie Eilish, for example, has kind of really pioneered that sound where you're almost subtracting noises from the music. And so the production really relies on a lot of the rhythmic things like the drum, like the bass, but also the vocalists. And I think Caroline really shines in this record too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Moving on, I'm managing kind of well with this. This is the one I was thinking of. So Ellie Goulding, sorry. Goulding. Ellie Goulding's Like a Savior was sent by Ghost producer Annie, who has done some of like the design work on the show and helped with that. And she described this as like if she got into the recording studio with the Weeknd's producers. And, that can turn out a lot of ways, but we've been liking The Weeknd a lot lately, and I think that this is a good call as well. So we're going to play a little bit of Like a Savior by Ellie Goulding, and then give a little bit of our thoughts to the Weekndiness of this record.
It's funny, I didn't even think of that comparison to The Weeknd's producers, but I could see it. I could hear it now.
I even hear a little bit of like Madonna in that, just the do-do-do kind of stuff that happens like that. Like, of course, it's not like a Madonna trope thing. Like, it's often happens in pop. But I think of a lot of Madonna songs having those like little flares in the background that add some like style to it.
Fair play, yeah. That's good. I liked it overall.
Yeah, it was overall a solid track. So thank you, Annie, for sending it out. And I'll definitely keep a track of Ellie Goulding, who I haven't heard much of, but she has like an insane amount of listens on Spotify. So I feel like she's one of those artists who like is a vocalist on a lot of electronic music. And therefore, like through that, it's a lot. But also she's been on a lot of like, film soundtracks. She was on the Game of Thrones soundtrack, 50 Shades of Grey, so Hunger Games even. So definitely done a lot for sure. How many times do I have to teach this lesson, old man? Okay, and last single we have for Hot New Singles this week is a friend of the podcast, St. John. Now, we ranked St. John's, what was it, While the World Was Burning, that came out in 2020, as... Yeah, like flaming hot garbage. One of the worst things ever. Biggs Burke, who apparently does production work around... St. John like called me out in the comments saying I didn't know what I was talking about when it came to music.
Dude, we got people hella mad at us for that review.
And
it was funny.
Some music publications would react to that and then chase the clicks and go, oh, we were wrong. We actually are going to acquiesce to the crowds of drones who somehow like this stuff and change our review. Wrong podcast. We double down. We quadruple down. And so now you have overstimulated, which, you know, as I was watching this, I was listening to this before the podcast. There were certain parts I cringe laughed at. So I'm going to see if I can get to one of those parts here. Because you'll see in the album cover that I'll put in post, like you see like black all over it. Mm-hmm. So let's see like kind of where he's coming from in this and see if we approach the right lyric. There's not only that lyric, there's the why'd you question Johnny Depp in court bit, but there was also earlier. And that was one of the lyrics I wanted to play. Something. Yeah, it was like Black Lives Matter, but the blondes still know me. I'm like,
what?
This is. I almost stopped myself from Uncle Ruckusing. This is what happens when you don't have like you take hood rats and you don't give them like a proper analysis to like the world and what's going on. So they're like, okay, like it's Migos and we're doing a Black Lives Matter track. It's like, no, come on, man, just chill out. Just stick to your trapping. That's what you know best. Leave it to No Name and other rappers who are a lot better versed in that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't really know, especially, you know, this fits very much in the St. John aesthetic of
bad stuff.
I can't say that word on Twitch, so it's just kind of dumb. It is very generic trap music, and
he's not good. Like everybody who tried to roast us for his record 2 years ago was wrong, and this isn't proving a point because Overstimulated also is absolute ass. Because there's actually a lot of good rap and trap even that are coming out that came out late last year that are coming out this year and stuff. So, and one that we're going to talk about in a little bit as well. To prove my goddamn point. So St. John sucks. The only reason why he has any credit for anything is because there's a stupid remix of his song where you can't even tell that it's him.
That Ebenek remix.
Yeah.
We talked about that in 2020. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so them's the breaks. That's how that be. Anyways, those were the singles. Check out most of them. Also want to say in chat to XXX Smash who says, hi, Dan and friend. Thank you. That is
hello. I am friend.
That's friend right here. His government name is actually friend. No, that is Sean, and you will find that he is a much better host than I am of this podcast. So definitely keep track of him and keep watching. Especially, I can't wait for those times this year where you like hit the audience with one of those like knowledge drops of like music from a long time ago. And now that I have the Spotify machine, I can like play it immediately, and then we can all realize in real time how much of a fucking genius you are.
One day, I might have already spent all my ammo on that, but we'll see.
No, it's all right. New rundown, new me. I have plugs here. Okay. Audioface is accepting Audioface opportunities. Audioface is accepting advertising opportunities. If you would like your ads read as eloquently as I am currently able to host this show, email info@syndicate23.co for inquiries. Check out Power Report Live. It will be streaming back on YouTube again. I just fixed that. It's like that was a mistake. Also, Sean, can you brighten yourself up a little bit? You're kind of dark. I don't know if you're like lights on.
Oh yeah, sorry, it was my background.
All good. Check out PowerPort Live, youtube.com/Dan for the internet if you're not already. Special thanks to the Audioface team who makes this all happen. Austin, Kyle, and of course Peter who masters the episodes. And if you want your music mastered, or you know someone who needs their music mastered, or podcasts or things like that, check out @PJS Mixit on Insta. That's @P as in Peter, JS Mixed It on Insta. So, I am excited to begin talking about our first album of the week, and Sean can now see how I run the show because I'm seeing Spotify on his screen. So, it is